Shalom, this is GMS on the sit downs coming back with a lesson. First off and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone GMS for teaching us this truth. Peace and salutation to the elect out there that's pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. God, I was reading this article, man. Brothers might know of the situation that these Edomites, these so-called white people, are in the South Africa, man. They can beat up, they can robbed, they can discriminated, so-called. Stop killing the farmers. Esau is being persecuted, man. By South Africans. You got a lot of Jake out there, but also a bunch of Hamites, of course. But the beauty is that Esau's getting kicked out of the land that they robbed and stole, man. That they raped, robbed, and murdered. And now they're protesting. But not only protesting, they're also fleeing, man. So the article says, this is on RT.com, a matter of life and death. And that title in itself is already beautiful, man, because Esau is so dramatic, man. Esau is so dramatic. Think about the time that he went on his knees and wept and cried out to his father, "Father, hast thou but one blessing?" And that blessing is also a curse, because with that blessing, which is a sword, you will destroy yourself and even go extinct, man. You will be exterminated with that blessing, by that blessing. So it says, a matter of life and death. 15,000 white South American, 15,000 white South African farmers seek refuge in Russia. Report. Okay, so they want to flee into Russia now. It says a delegation of 30 South African farming families have arrived in Russia's Farm Belt Stavropol region. Rossiya One TV channel reports the group says it is facing violent attacks and death threats at home. Yes, call Alayim Yahushai Yahushai. Up to 15,000 Boers, descendants of Dutch settlers in South Africa, which the word boer in Dutch, which they speak a form of Dutch in South Africa, is farmer. It says descendants of Dutch settlers in South Africa. So this is the beauty thereof, man, because the descendants of Dutch people are raised in South Africa, but these Dutch people, they laid hand upon my ancestors too, man. Because a lot of brothers in the GMS Holland camp are from the Antillean Islands, the Caribbean islands, where these Dutch crackers, these Dutch Edomites laid their filthy hands on, man. So basically descendants of these Dutch people are getting fucked up over there in South Africa right now. And it's not gonna be long until they get fucked up in other places too, man. Like the islands, the Caribbean islands. So it says, are planning to move to Russia amid rising violence stemming from government plans to expropriate their land. According to the delegation, it is a matter of life and death. There are attacks on us. It's got to the point where the politicians are stirring up a wave of violence. Adi Slebers told the media the climate here in the Stavropol region is temperate and this land is created by God for farming. All this is very attractive. Let's watch this real quick.
Skillful, agile, and fast. Hi.
Klein van Stuk.
They called her the Wasp. She seems...
Почти 15 тысяч потомков белых колонизаторов ЮАР задумались о переселении в Россию. Они готовы внести свой вклад в развитие фермерства на юге нашей страны, инвестировать свои капиталы в экономику и преподавать английский язык. На первом этапе хотят переехать до 30 семей. С предложением открыть миграционный канал в Ставрополь прибыла делегация южноафриканских буров. Репортаж Андрея Чистякова.
Ставрополь встретил гостей хлебом нового урожая. Пшеничный сноп юга России явно удивил иностранцев. Вкус радушного приема оказался приятным для африканских южан.
It's very nice.
Very nice. Very good. Very good. Yeah.
Себя они называют земледельцами и исследователями. Это одна семья, представители бурских.
Yeah, he's so laughing. It's all good, man. You know, you gotta flee, man. Hey, like the scripture says, thou shalt be a vagabond, man. Esau's fleeing, man. Esau is fleeing 7 ways, man. Let me read on. The new South African government led by President Cyril Ramaphosa has pledged to return the lands owned by white farmers since 1600s to the black citizens of the country. The government said it is planning to put an end to what it calls the legacy of apartheid, where most of South Africa's land is still in the hands of the minority white population. Yeah, and Esau is the minority of the world too, man. You know, but Esau makes you think that they are the majority of the world, and Negroes, Latinos, and Indianos are the minority. But we are not, man. They are the minority. And I recently read an article that said there are more white people dying than being born. And we know that's of a truth, man. It was only a matter of time, because these so-called white people, they take years to make children, man. You know, and Jake, man, if you take a Judite and an Ephraimite, they only have to look at each other and they already have babies, man. They get twins, man, by only looking at each other, you know, as a figure of speech. Basically, there doesn't have to be done much to get children, man. They are very fruitful. Ephraim, the word Ephraim means fruitful, man. You know, so it says hands of its minority white population. Slovakia. Rights group have said the initiative incites violence. There were 74 farm murders and 638 attacks, primarily against white farmers. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Hey, we gotta thank Yahweh Shem Yahushai for these things, man. You know, that's why we put prayers up. That's why we put curses up to these goddamn Edomites, man. Hey, Salak Rayam to Ka al-Dawamyam, man. That's why we say Ilka al-Dawamyam. Salak Rayam Ilka al-Dawamyam. In 2016-17 in South Africa, according to data by minority rights group AfriForum, the farmers are ready to make a contribution to Russia's booming agricultural sector. According to Rosia 1, each family is ready to bring up to 100,000 for leasing the land. So basically, Esau, the so-called white man, is fleeing to his fellow Edomite nation. But the point is, man, Esau is getting persecuted, and basically the curses that upon the Israelites are transitioning towards them, man. Towards the people that hate us, towards our enemies, man. And who is our main enemy? The so-called white man. So this is Deuteronomy 30:7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So they persecuted us. So now they are being persecuted. They are being persecuted in a whole nother land, man. So from South Africa to Russia, man. To be behind, follow after. It's like the word there is radap. Radap. To be behind, follow after, pursue, persecute, run after. Amen. 70, what did it say? 74, I believe 74 murders. It's not a murder, man. It's righteous killing, man. It's not a murder. A murder is when someone is innocent, man. But the white so-called white race is not innocent, man. You know, they are not innocent. So it's a righteous death. It's righteous killings, man. These are also righteous, man. 638 attacks. They're all righteous, man. So it says to pursue, to put to flight. Esau's being put to flight, man. Esau is being put to flight. Chase. To persecute, harass, to follow after, aim to secure, to run after. Y'all get the point, man. So it says they was persecuted, persecuting us. Now are they gonna be persecuted? And this is only the beginning, man. This is a small thing concerning the persecution, but this is one of the curses that came upon us and that's coming upon them at this moment, man. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 25. And Yahweh shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. You know, and Esau is fleeing right now, man. Esau is removing himself. You know, Esau is running, you know, into other places in this kingdom, man, of the earth. You know, Esau came in one way towards the South Africans. You know, now they're fleeing 7 ways, man. You know, in like 2 years, almost 100 deaths and more than almost 700 attacks, man. You know, which lead to murder in their mouth, man. They say it's murder. Let's grab one more scripture, because this is, like I said, this is just the beginning, man. Soon it's gonna turn into a whole nother level, man. 2nd Ezra 15 and 21. 2nd Ezra 15 and 21. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus said Yahweh the Most High. So Esau is gonna get his recompense, man. You know, and to compensate is to basically give back what you gave, man. You know, so Esau is gonna receive back what he gave. But what does the scripture say? He shall receive double, man. And even in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, it says that the Most High scourges our enemies 1,000 times more, man. So that is that's 2 times 1,000, man. That's 2,000. So Esau is gonna get beaten up 2,000 times worse, man, than us. So that's a beautiful goal. You know, Esau always asks you, what are your goals for the future? Well, one of my goals is to beat up Esau 2,000 times more than he beat us up, man. You know. So it says, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus said Yahweh the Most High. And this is the point. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. And that is done by Esau, man. The so-called white man, he shed innocent blood upon the earth. You know. So the Most High, by his right hand, what is his right hand, man? His men that do this teach this truth and in sincerity, man, all over the 4 corners of the earth. They are his right hand. That's why, let me pull out this one first. I believe it's Jeremiah 50. 51. Jeremiah 51 and 20. Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. You see, so the Most High is going to use his men to destroy these people, to not spare the sinners that shed innocent blood with his men. And his men are at this moment fishing, but soon they're gonna turn into hunters, man. Jeremiah 16 and 16. Behold, I will send for many I will send for many fishers, said Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So Esau is gonna be haunted, man. Esau is gonna be dragged out of these churches. Our people too are gonna be dragged out of these churches, the holes of the rocks. But Esau is gonna dig into the pits too, and Esau is gonna be dragged out, man. Hey, man. Esau is gonna get this reward, man. So basically, let me go back to the article. This is just the beginning, man. This is a small portion of what Esau is gonna receive, man. A matter of life and death. You don't know what the matter of life and death is, man. Soon you're gonna know this. This is just the beginning, man. So that call Allahim Yahweh Shem Yahshai Basham Rakakudash. Shalom to the elect.